Today we're recreating this in After Effects. So here we are in After Effects. We're going to add our footage and we're also going to add an image of a TIE fighter. Mask out the TIE fighter to get rid of the black background. Scale the TIE fighter to your liking. Make sure it's not too big, otherwise it could look a little bit fake. To be neat, you can rename your composition. I'm naming it Star Wars Ship. Here I'm just adjusting the size of my clip so to make it shorter. You don't really have to do this is just a step I wanted to do. To avoid confusion, I'm renaming my layers. The bottom one to background and the top one to TIE fighter. Now our TIE fighter doesn't really move with the scene, so we're going to track motion of the background. So here I have a tracking point. I'm going to put it onto the lighthouse. I'm also going to add a second one by pressing the rotation button, putting it to another point there. Something to keep in mind is that the bigger your tracking points are, the longer it's going to take to track the footage. Tracking is done, so now we're going to go Layer, New, Null Object. We're going to go to Edit Target and press the Null. Now we're going to Apply. We're now going to move the TIE fighter to the position we want it. Now we're going to link the TIE fighter to the null object, so now the TIE fighter moves with the scene. So our aim is now to make the TIE fighter move across the screen. We're going to do that by pressing on the stopwatch on the position and animating the TIE fighter. Here I decided to move the TIE fighter to make it more on an angle. Now the TIE fighter should be going behind the tree, so we're going to duplicate the background layer, move the second background layer to the top and add the key light effect. On this layer we're going to key out the blue sky so that the TIE fighter can go behind the tree. We're also going to mask out the area to make it only at the tree. Play around with the settings so that the tree is white and everything else is black. Rename the layer to Tree Mask. Now animate the mask path so that the mask is always on the tree. Now we're going to add a curves effect to the TIE fighter. Now play around with the curves until you feel like the TIE fighter is better composited into the scene, with the colour matching the scene more. This next step is quite optional, but to better match the grain of the scene, we will add a match grain effect to the TIE Fighter. You can play back the footage to see if your TIE Fighter needs to move faster or not. I feel like my TIE Fighter is a bit big, so I'm going to scale it down by a lot. Now I'm happy with that, so I'm going to make a new composition named Render Comp. I'm also going to change the aspect ratio here to be for a YouTube short, 900 by 1600. In this new comp, I'm going to drop in the original comp. Here we can scale it up to fit the comp. Now we're going to animate it. So to do that, we press the stopwatch on position and scale, and change the scaling and positioning. Go through animating the footage to follow the TIE Fighter. I feel like the TIE Fighter is a bit slow, so I'm going to go into the other composition and move the TIE Fighter. Now that our TIE Fighter is moving at a different speed and therefore in another position, we'll have to reanimate some of our footage. Since we've been animating the position and scale of the footage, the original handheld motion will not be as visible. Therefore, we will add extra handheld motion. Alt/Option click on the position stopwatch to bring up the expression area. Type in wiggle 1, 10. To better composite everything, we'll add about 2% of noise, and we'll also add grain. The blend with original didn't seem to be working and wasn't changing the grain, so I decided to just change the intensity to about 0.2. Do not forget to click on the motion blur to make our footage more realistic. We're also going to add camera lens blur, so then when our footage zooms in, we have a blur, which is also adding more realism. Add some sound effects like the TIE Fighter sound and also some nature sounds, and your footage is done. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe to my channel. See you all in the next video.